T. Clark here. In this video, we'll explain the 2021 AP Computer Science A FRQ number 2. So in this one, we're going to write a class. So we have, as given to us, a single table class. They don't give us the code. They just say these are the methods we're going to be using. So we want to use get number of seats, which returns the number of seats at a certain table. And it's going to be 4 or more. Excuse me. And then we have get height, which will return an integer for the height, and double get view quality, which will return the view quality for the table. And then I don't think we're going to use it, but we might. But there is a method set view quality, which is a setter method for the view quality. Okay, so at a specific restaurant, customers consider tables that. So if you have a big party, you can have two tables put together. So we're going to write a combined table class to represent this. And we're going to update the certain things in the combined class based on these bullet points. So the total number of seats that the combined table can have is 2 fewer than the total of both together. So add them up and subtract 2, it looks like. And that makes sense, right? When you combine 2 tables, the extra seats on the edge are going to be gone, or they connect, or they touch. And then the second one is when you combine it, the desirability depends on the views and heights of the 2 tables, okay? So if they're the same height, it's going to be the average of the 2 views. And if they're different heights, then it's going to be the average minus 10 less than the average of the view of the 2 separate ones. Okay, so let's say we have these 3 tables. We have a 4-seater that's okay and 74 tall. We have a 8-seater that's pretty good, which is also 74 tall. Then we have a 12-seater that's really good view, and the height is 76, so it's a different height. So when we create a new table, a combined table, pushing together T1 and T2, and we say candidate seat 9, that'll be true, because T1 plus T2 is 12, and then minus 2 is 10. And 9 is less than 10, less than equal to 10. And then can we say, can that combined table seat 11? No, because 11 is greater than 10, so it's not feasible. And then get desirability, we add up 60 and 70 and divide by 2 and you get 65. Makes sense. Okay, so if you have another set of tables, T2 and T3, and we say can seat 18, if we add them up, there's 20, then minus 18. Yes, 18 is that less than equal to, the equal to part. Get desirability, okay, so we'd have to add them up, 70 plus 75, and divide by 2 to get average, and then subtract 10. So 72.5 minus 10 would be 62.5, because they are different heights. And then if, say we, table 2 is now in a better position. Maybe they open the window, or they open the drapes or something makes the quality better for table 2. And then the updated desirability of both tables together would also be updated. So it'd be 80 plus T3 is 75, which is 77.5, and then subtract 10 would be 67.5. So this looks like the combined table doesn't have any individual height or view or seat instance variables. The only instance variables will be those 2 tables. So when we update one of the tables, it updates the reference to that instance variable as well. Okay, and then basically the answer document will be a blank page. So let's start coding based on the examples and the descriptions. So first thing we have to do is we have to say it's a public class and it's combined table. Combined table, make sure you spell it correctly. And then I need 2 tables, right? T1 and T2. So I'm just going to say I have a private instance variable. That's a single table. And I'll call it A. And B. And I like A and B better than T1 and T2, especially with my handwriting. It might get confusing. Okay, so now I need my constructor. Remember, public, no void or anything, just public, class name, combined table. And then I want to have 2 single tables. Single table T1. I'll just use A and B again. So single table A and B, and then when I have to set up the instance variables, remember I have to use the keyword this to reference the top one, especially when I'm doing the same variable name as the instance variable and parameter. So the this is on the left, A equals A, and then this dot B equals B. And you could have named it differently. You could have said A, B, and then C, D or something, or T1, T2, T1, T2, that's fine, but this will work. Okay, now I want to work with can seat. So that looks like it's returning a Boolean, so it's going to be public Boolean can seat, and it'll take a number. I'll say can seat number of people. Can it seat 9 people? Can it seat 11 people? Can it seat 18 people? Okay, so then what I have to do is I have to add up, like it says in the directions, can seat is added up and two fewer than the total. So I'll say the number of seats I have equals table A dot, and I forget what its method is, so I look over in the top of the method list of what I have, okay, get number seats. So I get the number of seats of A and B, and I have to add it up. I forgot the plus, oh my goodness. And then two fewer is just -2. So I have the number of seats, I have the number of people, so then I just return is the number of seats greater than or equal to the number of people. So I have enough seats for everyone. And that should be good enough for that because, yeah, that's it. Now I have to make the method for desirability. So get desirability is going to be returning, looks like a number with a decimal, so it's a double. So I say, okay, I want to do public double get desirability, make sure I spell it correctly. I think that's how you spell it, desirability. There's no E. Okay. And there's nothing in the parentheses, so there's no parameter. So I keep the parameter empty, enter bracket enter to get the method set up. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to get the average of the two if they're equal. Otherwise, I want to get the average -10. So I need to say if the heights are equal. So if the A height, is it just get height? I think it's just get height, but I'm going to double check to make sure. Okay, get height. So if the height of one, the first table, equals b dot get height, I want to return the averages. So I'm going to add them up and divide by 2.0. Why not? I like dividing by a decimal when I want to answer a double. Okay, so get view quality. So A dot get view quality and B's view quality. So I'm adding them up and dividing by 2, double check, and I have to return that. Okay, so that's if they're equal. And if they're not equal, I don't need an else, I just can return it because I'm returning out of the method here. So there's no need, it stops after this, the method stops. So down here is everything down there is when it's not equal in this case. So I'm just gonna copy what I already have here. It's gonna be the average, and it says 10 units less than the average. So the average -10. And that should be it for all of combined table. Yeah, okay, so let's double check, make sure it runs with my grader that I have, or the main that I have. So I should print out true, false, 65.0, true, 62.5, and 67.5. Looks like it works.